A good day, gentlemen. I hope all is good. So now, gents, we move on to finding the equation of a hyperbola. So now, remember that the hyperbola will come to you in this form over here. So that would be the general form of a hyperbola. So now, gents, to solve the equation of a hyperbola, which would be the A, the P, as well as the Q being unknown. For you to do so, you would need the asymptotes. So you would need the vertical asymptote. So that would be the x equals negative P, as well as the horizontal asymptote. So that would be the y equals Q. So now, as long as you have the coordinate of where the asymptotes themselves meet, you should then be able to find the values of P and Q. To find the value of A, you would need at least 1 point on the graph. So remember that the point would be the axis to y. So that would be just the point on the graph. Once you've located the point on the graph, you can then substitute it into the general equation. Once you do so, you can then find the value of A. So now, gents, that's what I wanted to share with you for the time being. I would then want us to just have a look at the question I've prepared. So I'm going to just move on to the next page for us to be able to do so. So now, given f of x equals a divided by x plus p plus q. So that would be the general form of a hyperbola. 1.1, if the asymptotes of f of x intersect in the point 3 is to negative 2. Determine the values of P and Q. So now remember that the Q itself would just be the y value of the asymptote. So we can then say that, so that would just be 1.1. So I want to just use this color here. So that's 1.1. So you would then say that the Q would just equal the negative 2. For the P, since we know that the P itself is in the denominator, and P has to essentially oppose the X for it to be the asymptote, we can then say that the X coordinate of the intersect, so that would be the intersect over there, would always be the negative version of the x coordinate. So we can then say that P would then equal negative 3. So now once we've done so, we've located the values of Q as well as P. We can then fill them into the equation. So this would then be f of x equals a, which is still unknown, x minus 3, which is the P, minus the 2. So now we then only just have the A, that is unknown. 1.2 would then want us to determine the value of A if f of 2 equals 6. So now remember that this means that the point itself that's on the graph would just be 2 is to 6. So that would be the point that we needed in order to find A, or the point that we need in order to find A. Let's do so in the second page. I'm going to just move on to the next page for us to be able to attempt 1.2. So now 1.2, we have the point 2:6, and we know that the equation that we have would just be the x minus, so that's x minus 3 minus 2 over there. Where these are y, we would sub in 6, a divide by, where these x, we would sub in a 2 minus 2 over there. So this would then just be 6 equals a divide by -1 minus 2. This then gives us a 6 equals minus a minus 2. The negative a would then equal 8. Therefore, a equals -8. We can then rewrite the equation as, therefore, f of x. So that would be 1 second. So we can then say that f of x would then equal -8. So that would be for the a, divide by x minus 3 minus 2. So that in itself would be the equation of the hyperbola. Gents, thank you for coming through. Please do have yourselves a very good day, and please attempt the questions that do follow. A good day to all.